Hello, my friends. Today we're going to be making these super cool, are you guys ready for it? Monochromatic self-portraits. Just like you would take a selfie on your phone, a self-portrait is a picture of you, and it's unique every single time that you take it. Back before iPhones were a thing and iPads were a thing and all these cool technological devices, there were these things called Polaroid cameras. Now, Polaroid cameras were different because they didn't have a screen anywhere. So how do you take a selfie, you might ask? There was this cool thing in the back called a film cartridge that you put into the back of the camera. Whoop. If it doesn't get stuck, and then you close it up. You look through this little hole when you're taking a photo. You'd open it up so it's turned on, and then you turn it around on yourself and click this little button, and a little flash comes out here, and you have a photo. Now, usually the photo comes out of the top because that film cartridge is full of little pieces of paper. You would pull it out and then shake it for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden you have this super cool picture. And this one's of my dog. Now, not everybody has those super neat Polaroid cameras that give you almost instant pictures. So today we're gonna make our very own Polaroid self-portraits. Now, you saw what they look like. They look super cool. So what are we gonna need to make them? First of all, we're gonna have a surface that we don't mind getting messy. I use a piece of paper from my sketchbook that I've drawn on top of lots of times so that I don't have to worry about my table getting messy. And then we're gonna need one piece of paper. Now you can use paper from a sketchbook, you can use copy paper, you can use a newspaper, you can use whatever you can get your hands on to draw with. And then you're gonna need some coloring devices, some crayons or markers or colored pencils. And then you're gonna need a regular pencil with an eraser, or if you have an extra eraser lying around, you can use that as well. And then you're gonna need a black marker or colored pencil or pen. And this is what you're gonna use to make your lines super bold. So first up, we're gonna take our paper, and I'm gonna try and do this with one hand. We're gonna fold it. We're gonna fold it hamburger style, which means the side to side, or the horizontal folding of it. You wouldn't want to fold it skinny because then you're not gonna end up with these cute little rectangles that we have at the bottom, or at the end of the product. So we're gonna fold it one more time so that we have a mini piece of paper. And you guys get to use two hands, I don't. So we're gonna have this folded up piece of paper. The first thing we're gonna do with our folded up piece of paper is open it up one time, not twice, just one time. And you can see this little crease in the middle. We're gonna take, ooh, I almost forgot. Make sure you have permission to use these or adult help scissors. We're gonna take our scissors, we're gonna cut along the crease that happens when we open up the paper one time. And then you take one of those little pieces of paper and they open up again. And look, there's another little crease from when we folded the paper. So we're gonna fold, fold, fold. Or we're gonna fold, fold, fold. We're gonna cut, cut, cut. Oh my goodness. We're gonna cut. And then we're gonna open up the other half of the paper that we cut earlier. And there's another little crease. So we're gonna cut on that crease too. And at the end of this, we have 4 little rectangular pieces of paper. Now, the reason we have so many pieces of paper is if we make a mistake that we don't quite like when we're drawing with our marker, Or if you have lots of time on your hand later and you want to make lots of these, or you want to make a regular portrait of your mom or your dad or your siblings or your animals, you can do that too. But right now we're going to make a self-portrait, which is a picture of us. Or, as some people like to call it, a selfie. Now if we look at this cute little picture that I showed you earlier that was a Polaroid picture that came out of my Polaroid camera, it's got these cool little lines on the side called a frame, and that's what keeps the photo in the very center. So what we're gonna do is take our pencil, so if we make mistakes, we can fix them with an eraser. And we're gonna draw 4 straight lines. One on the top. This is gonna be the top of our frame. One on the right. And if it's not perfectly straight, that's fine. If you want to make it perfectly straight, you can use a straight edge like a ruler or the side of your crayon box and use that to make a straight edge. But we're just going to wing it here. We're going to make one more line. If it doesn't have to be totally perfect, no worries. And then the bottom one, we're going to make a little bit thicker than the other 3. It's going to be a little bit thicker than the others. All right, now we look at the Polaroid picture. It doesn't have these little squares or rectangles in the corners. So we're gonna use our pencil eraser to go ahead and erase those extra teeny tiny little lines here. All right. Now that we almost forgot the other corner. No corner left behind. All right. Now that we have the frame of our self-portrait, we're gonna make the face. Now the face is just gonna be a U. If we look at one of our examples, it's kind of in the middle of the page. It's closer to the bottom of the page. We just want to make sure that we have plenty of room for hair if we have big hair, and for our neck and our shoulders. So I'm gonna draw my U right about here. Whoop. And if it doesn't look perfect, no worries. You can fix it or you can leave it just how it is because art is unique. All right, now we're gonna start with the eyes. The eyes, we're gonna start where the eyelids are and make 2 little arches or 2 little bumps on either side of the face. Now when you're drawing eyes, you can draw them so many different ways, and I'm gonna show you a cool little option board of different ways that you can draw eyes. But the way I'm gonna draw them today is just by completing that arch by drawing upside down arches that connect to it, and then drawing in the middle of the eyes 2 little circles. 1 and 2. And then I'm gonna go over to the other eye and do the same thing. 1, whoop, and 2. We're gonna leave the eyes alone for now. Now I'm gonna draw my nose. There's lots of different ways that you can draw a nose, but I think I'm going to draw a little curvy nose. So I'm gonna start up here in between my eyes and draw a straight line down and then a little bump at the end. So 2 eyes, a nose. Now I'm gonna make a mouth. And I've drawn lots of smiling mouths, lots of closed mouths, lots of frowny mouths. I think I'm gonna make a silly mouth. So I'm gonna draw 2 of the tiniest little U's you've ever seen, and then a big smiley line. And that's not quite how I want it to look. I kind of want it to look like it has some lips. So I'm gonna draw 2 arches that connect to the end of my smiley line. Kind of looked like the McDonald's arch. That's funny. But now it looks like I have an upper lip. Now I kind of want my mouth to be big and open. So that's not all my bottom lip. We're gonna make another upside down U right here, to show my bottom lip, but I kind of want my tongue to be sticking out. So I'm gonna draw a big U that connects to my top lip and goes all the way past my bottom lip. And then I'm gonna erase my bottom lip because my tongue's gonna be covering up. And then in the middle of my tongue, I'm gonna draw a little line. Now you don't have to draw lips exactly like this. You can draw a mouth in a million different ways. It can show if you're happy, if you're sad, if you're silly, but I kind of wanted to show that I'm feeling a little silly today because these drawings are gonna kind of look a little silly. I have my eyes, my nose, my mouth, and now we're gonna draw the ears. Now the ears are gonna be, on one side they're gonna be a C shape on the side of your head, and on the other side it's gonna be a backward C shape, which is kind of funny because they're opposite to each other. I have my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my two ears. Now we're gonna draw my neck. Your neck is gonna be just two little lines on the bottom of your head, and then a very wide U to connect them to show the top of your shirt or your dress or whatever you're wearing on top today. Now, for the shoulders, we're gonna draw a straight line out on either side that's gonna dip down. We're gonna do it again. A straight line, straight line, straight line, and then it dips. And they don't have to look perfect. They don't have to look the same. Now, for the fun part, we're going to draw our hair. Now, some people have straight hair, so you would use straight lines. Some people have curly hair, so you would use squiggly lines. Some people have wavy hair, and you would use wavy lines. But I have some pretty unique hair. I have curly hair, but on the sides, I have very little hair. I have a shaved head. So on the sides where my head is, I'm gonna go ahead and draw little spiky lines to show that I have short hair. And then we're gonna complete the U by connecting the top of the head so I can show you exactly where you're gonna draw your hair coming from. Now, usually your hair starts in the middle, and if you're a girl, you're gonna have two lines going out this way to show that your hair is parted in the middle. But some girls, if they have long hair, or some boys if they have long hair, have bangs, which are lines going down at the forehead, or they have little ponytails like that, and you don't really see much of their hair. There's lots of cool hairstyles that you can use. Some people have the hair standing straight up. Some people have their hair going to this side. Some people have little ponytails or pigtails or hair going to that side, or a big curly mess on top of their hair like I usually do. So go ahead and look in the mirror. Go ahead and pause and look in the mirror and see what your hair looks like. Now my hair is kind of different. From where I have my shaved part, I have hair pulled up like it's in a ponytail because the top of my hair, the top of my head has a little bit of hair. And usually I have my hair in a bun. Today it's down. And usually if it's down, it goes to one side instead of both sides, which makes it even crazier to draw. But I have a bun. So if you have a bun at the top of your head, whether or not you have hair, you just make a squiggly little circle with your pencil. And you can draw your hair going up there. Sometimes it's pulled tight. Sometimes if you have curly hair, it's a little bit messier. And sometimes there's some coming from the sides. No worries. And if you go outside of the frame, no worries, you can just erase on top of the frame. And that means in your Polaroid, you cut off the top of somebody's head, which is kind of funny. All right, so now I have my hair on the side of my head. I have the hair on the top of my head. And everybody has drawn their hair exactly how they want. Now, some people who have long hair are gonna draw their hair like this, which kind of makes it look like it's going back behind your body, or it'll make it look like it's behind your head. But I'm gonna draw my self-portrait so it looks just like me. I also wanted to add some eyelashes, and some little arches for eyebrows, but you don't have to do that. I also wanted to make little squares for glasses, because some people have glasses that they wear. You're gonna connect them so that they're resting on your nose. And now I don't always wear glasses, but sometimes I do. So I kind of wanted to show that in my silly self-portrait. Now, we've drawn our whole face and body and hair. Now what do we do next? We're gonna pick out a color, because remember, we said this is gonna be monochromatic, which means it is one color and one color only. Now my favorite color is purple, so I think today I'm gonna make a purple monochromatic photo. Now you can use any of your coloring devices that you want. I have a purple colored pencil and a crayon and a marker, and I'm looking for more supplies. I don't think I see any more purple crayons. Oh, I think I found one, just one. And if you only have one of your coloring devices, no worries. You can use anything you would like. So first off, I am gonna color my face. Now when you color your face, make sure that you don't use your marker because you don't want to mess up your beautiful drawing. And oh my goodness, I almost forgot one of the most important steps. You have to outline it. So you're gonna take your black Sharpie or marker. I think I'm gonna use the marker today. And we're just gonna outline everything that we drew to make sure that it sticks. And if it doesn't look perfect, no worries. Everybody's art looks different. And it's the imperfections that kind of make it fun. All right, so we outlined our frame. Now we're gonna outline our drawing. Everything that we drew earlier, we're just gonna go over it. And that's my dog barking in the background. Now the middle of the eye you can color black just because that's the color of the part of your eye called the pupil. And if you see little things in your drawing that you missed earlier that you want to add, you can totally add them with your marker. Like I forgot to add the parts of my glasses that go behind my ears, so I added those just now. And we're gonna draw my lips. And my tongue, because it's sticking out, because I'm silly today. My other ear, my neck, my body, and the top of my shirt. And then you can also go over your hair just to make sure you don't lose it. And then one of my favorite parts is taking your eraser or the eraser on your pencil and erasing all of your pencil drawings like they never happened. And that makes it to where when you're coloring, you're not dragging all of the ink around the page. Or not the ink, all of the lead around the page. Now I'm gonna use my marker to go back in, fix some lines that were there before, but now they're not because I erased the pencil. All right. Now for the fun part. We're not gonna use the marker on the face because we don't want it to be too dark and cover up all the neat details that you made earlier. We're gonna take, I think I'm gonna start with my colored pencil. One of the coolest parts of this project is if you only have one thing to color with, you can push super hard and color very dark, or you could barely push it at all and come out with a very light color. So if I want to make my nose super dark, I can, and then color around it very lightly. Now I'm super excited because I have different shades of purple that I can use if I want to switch it up a little bit. So that's exciting. So we're gonna keep coloring until our face, for the most part, is covered up. And if you want to color different parts of your face, different colors, with different crayons, that's totally fine. Let's just make sure that we remember to keep it to one color with different shades. So if you're using orange, you can use different shades of orange. If you're using yellow, you can use different shades of yellow, so on and so forth. Because I know everybody has a different color out there. I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit. I'm gonna take this purple color and color in my irises, which is the color part of your eye. And that's super funny because how fun would it be to have purple eyes? Most people have green or brown or hazel eyes, but my self-portrait is so super silly, it has purple eyes. Now we get to color in the lips, which you could pretend here that you're wearing lipstick or that you ate a popsicle the color that you chose and it stained your lips. That's super fun. I like to wear purple lipstick every once in a while, so that's what makes this super silly. All right, and then you're gonna color in the rest of the items on your face with your one color, and you can always switch up if you're coloring hard or soft, and that'll make it either dark or light on the picture. Now, we've colored in my face, and we're gonna color in my neck, I think with a different color, because I kind of like how it's looking with the different shades. And then we're gonna take, and if you have a marker, cool, you can use that. If you don't have a marker, you don't need to use a marker. You're just gonna press super hard with your crayon or your colored pencil. And we're gonna make little designs on the shirt. And some people could do shapes or little dots or lines. I wanted to draw, I think, a cat on my shirt, but it's gonna be a silly cat that's only peeking up. You can't see his whole face, but you can see his whiskers and his nose. You can draw whatever you like on your shirt. You could draw a dog, you could draw a lightning bolt, you could draw a skateboard. You can show some of the cool things that make you happy. So now we have our shirt decorated. We're gonna color it in. I'm gonna go back in with my colored pencil, and I'm gonna push hard on the inside of my drawing to make a little bit of an outline because I want it to look a little bit different from the rest of the shirt. And then I'm gonna push softly to color in the rest. And the cool thing about using the marker or pushing hard with your colored pencil or crayon when you make the designs is that when you color lightly over the designs, they still show up. All right. So now we have our face and our shirt colored in. Now we have to color in our hair. I'm gonna start with my marker. Super happy I have the marker with me. And I'm just going to fill in some of it with my marker because the marker's good for filling in bigger spaces. And then the rest of it, I'm gonna use my crayon to fix the little spikies on the side of my hair. All right. And if you go outside the lines, no worries. It happens to the best of us. We can just make that part of our art. Now, you're almost done with this drawing, which is looking super good, if I don't say so myself. Now you have to make a background. Now you can either make the background where you would like to take a picture, if you'd like to go to the beach, if you'd like to go outside, if you'd like to just hang out around your house or go to Disney World or anything like that, you can make that your background. But what I like to do is make mine a little bit sillier than that. And you can draw some different shaped lines. So I'm gonna do some squiggly lines because those are the ones that I like best. And it kind of shows that I'm feeling a little bit silly today. You could draw some straight lines if you want to. You could draw some zigzag lines. Or you can draw your favorite place in the background. It's all up to you because this is your picture. And you can make it how you like. Now I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with my shirt. And I'm gonna use my crayon to make the background. Now, because I'm using a crayon and a marker, and the marker is much darker than the crayon, I can press hard or soft with my crayon, and my design in the background is still gonna show up. I bet your guys's looks super cool. If you want to, go ahead and send me some of your cool drawings, because I'd love to see how they turned out. We're almost done. I can't believe it. We've worked so hard making this self-portrait, this monochromatic self-portrait. And now you guys even know a really cool new word, monochromatic. And you can show off to your mommies and daddies and tell them, hey, my picture is monochromatic. And then you can tell them that that means it is only one color, which is a cool thing to know. You'll sound super duper smart if you tell them that. All right. There you have it. That is our monochromatic self-portrait. Now, I'm going to show you one more time so you can add some really neat stuff to your drawing. You can use the hairstyles that I showed you earlier and make your hair look different. This guy has even got no hair. That'd be kind of funny. Even if you don't have hair, or even if you do have hair, you can pretend like you don't. We can make our self-portraits however we want them to be. You can do different styles of eyes. If that my way of drawing eyes wasn't exactly your jam, you can make them look any way that you want them to. You can draw your nose in a different funny way. There's a pointy nose and a curvy nose and a triangle nose and a U-shaped nose. There's lots of different ways to do that. You can change up your mouths. You can make them happy or open mouth or closed mouth or a silly, ooh, that's a very silly mouth. Or you could show your teeth. That's fun too. And then you can always add accessories. Just like I added some glasses to my drawing. You could do a bow tie, or you could add earrings or a tie or a bow in your hair, the possibilities are endless.